Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, and welcome to another thrilling, fun-filled episode of Peter Drinks Coffee. And once again, I'm going a little bit off the rails. I'm drinking tea, yes. And today, I'm doing a first comparison of two teas. Now, I've been enjoying both of these for some time, but I can't really decide which one I like better. So, I am drinking Taylor's of Harrogate Yorkshire tea and Taylor's of Harrogate Yorkshire Gold, which is also tea. Interesting. So, I brewed them the same, boiling water, steeped 5 minutes, same, okay? The Taylor's of Harrogate, and I'm saying it Yorkshire, Harrogate, Yorkshire, I don't know, depending on which part of the UK, I'm assuming I'm either saying it right or annoying the hell out of people. Anyway, Yorkshire tea, Taylor's of Harrogate Yorkshire tea, outstanding tea since 1886. And on the box it says, let's have a proper brew, 160 tea bags. Okay, so that's the first sample I've got right here, this guy. From the back of the box, let's have a proper brew. The English adore their tea, and that's especially true of Yorkshire. They won't settle for anything less than really satisfying taste. So our tea experts taste cup after cup to make sure it's always perfect. It's a really good quality brew that's made with respect for people and the planet. And perhaps most importantly, it always tastes lovely. We work hard to make a tea you'll be proud of because of you, we can do lots of good things around the world, like investing properly and building long-lasting relationships with the people and communities who grow our teas. Find out more at yorkshiretea.com. Okay, so that's Yorkshire tea. Over to Yorkshire Gold. It says on the box, Taylor's of Harrogate, Yorkshire Gold, our finest blend. Yorkshire Gold is our finest tea, a glorious golden brew made of the best tea leaves from the best growers in Kenya, Rwanda, and Assam. It's a special luxury blend that's rich and refreshing. The English adore tea. Okay, the rest of that's all the same. So the difference is that the English adore their tea, especially true. You won't settle for anything less. Yorkshire Gold's our finest tea, a glorious golden brew made of the best tea leaves from Kenya, Rwanda, and Assam. All right, enough talking. Let's take a sip. First, Yorkshire tea. It's really nice. It's smooth. It's not at all bitter. It smells like a nice cup of tea. It reminds me of what tea smelled like when I was a kid, except my mom drank tea and she drank cheap, not so great stuff like Red Rose and Tetley. But this smells and tastes so much better. Quite drinkable. I could just pound this whole thing right now, but I'm not going to. I want to enjoy it. Over to Yorkshire Gold, our finest tea now. Gonna just use that sip as a palate cleanser. Hard to say. There's a difference, but I'm having a hard time putting my finger on it. It tastes almost a hint more bitter, stronger maybe. Interestingly enough, the Yorkshire tea, not gold, tastes, excuse me, I need to grab a spoon. Sorry for going off camera for a second. I meant to grab a spoon. It tastes like if I didn't know better, I would swear I had them reversed, but I was very careful. I kept the red box on the right, so I wouldn't make any mistake. I'm having trouble quantifying and qualifying the differences between the two. Yeah, the gold tastes a little, I want to say stronger, but I don't know that that really what that means in this context. And again, I brewed them same water, same brewing time, same cups, right? Exactly the same process. So let's kick it up a notch and add a squeeze of lemon to each. So I'm going to start with Yorkshire tea, give it some lemon, 1 wedge. Yorkshire Gold, 1 wedge. And I did manage to get some into a paper cut that I have on my foot and finger. It's not actually a paper cut, it's a dog bite, which is probably worse, but ow. Okay, let's give each a stir. All right, back to Yorkshire tea. Even smoother, more drinkable, goes down much more quickly. I could totally pound this. If this was like summertime and it was iced, I would be chugging this stuff. All right, back over to Yorkshire Gold with lemon. It's smoother. Whatever that extra bite that it had is now gone. The lemon has smoothed it over. Definitely goes down more evenly. And I'm drinking at about the same pace. Doing a pretty good job keeping these even. Interestingly, Yorkshire Gold, when I add lemon to it, it smooths it out and I taste the lemon more. It's bringing out some of the flavor of the tea, but it's also suppressing it somewhat. I don't know if overpowering is the right word. Whereas the Yorkshire Red, it's smoothed it out for sure, but it doesn't really taste lemony. It tastes more like tea. This is really, I need to work on my tea descriptors. All right, we're gonna kick it up one more notch and add a teaspoon of honey to each. Let's see how that goes. Great little, I was inspired to get this sort of honey dispenser after my most recent trip to Germany. Putting about 1 teaspoon here. Stir, stir, stir. And yes, you purists might say, "Oh, but you're using the same spoon. You're polluting it." Yeah, I am. You know what? I'm the only one drinking it. It's not that scientific. This is a every man, every woman, every person type of review. If you're a purist and you want to get separate spoons, and you want to do double blind tests, go for it. I might do that sometime down the road, right? Just to figure out which one tastes better, because I admit I'm really having trouble even telling the difference, let alone which one I like better. Okay, back to Yorkshire tea with lemon and honey. Quite drinkable. Again, I used 1 teaspoon of tea, appropriate, in about half a cup, so about 5-6 ounces left in this cup right now. Not super sweet. I think the lemon is what I taste the most at this point. Let's go over to Yorkshire Gold. I taste lemon and I taste tea. It's interesting. I don't know exactly how to describe it. Now it feels like the Yorkshire Gold, the flavors are being brought out a little more, whereas with Yorkshire tea, wow. I think I need to take a class or something, become a tea sommelier, because I'm having trouble really describing the differences. There certainly are differences. Overall, now this one, the Yorkshire Gold, has a more mild flavor. That's how I would describe it. Yorkshire Red tastes a little stronger. So I think maybe they're going for like a more refined feel or taste with Yorkshire Gold, which would be appropriate to the name. So yeah, I don't know if this is like, you know, the Lord's tea and the commoner's tea. I have no idea. I don't know. I like them both. Here's the thing. So I'm down to, it's a split decision here. I can't really pick one or the other that's better. I can tell the differences, but I'm having trouble quantifying how they are indeed different. So maybe next time I'll kick it up a notch and do a blind taste test and have someone else pour and serve me here, and then I'll try to figure out which one I just prefer the flavor of. So at least I can say, you know, this one tastes better. Will I be able to say why? I don't know. We'll find out. But right now, I have to say, I don't think you can go wrong with either of these. So Taylors of Harrogate Yorkshire Gold or Taylors of Harrogate Yorkshire Tea. They're both proper proper. Wow. They're both, have I been drinking booze? They're both proper brews, in my humble opinion. One is apparently finer than the others because it's the finest. I don't know. I think that's to be decided. So anyway, until next time, I think you'll enjoy both. Cheers.